Hey there, everybody. Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com.
This is your NCIS Season 17, Episode 7. Preview, spoilers, expectations, and also a look ahead at Ziva's return to the show. She's not going to be back in Episode 7, but she will be back before too long, and some official details came out today, so we're going to talk all about that. But before we talk about anything, if you like this video, why not give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other updates we have coming your way. This episode is entitled, Episode 7, No Vacancy.
Da da da.
Does that sound like a horror movie that you would see,
Yes,
like maybe like October 20th in the movie theater? No vacancy. You check in and you never check. Wait, is that Hotel California? I feel like it's kind of the same thing.
I feel like this is something else.
But anyway, this is an episode. We saw a little bit of a tease for it at the end of tonight's episode, which we already have a reaction up on if you want to check that out. And it seems as though there's going to be a very complicated series of spy cameras hidden within motels.
Yeah.
The first question I have with this is, what are you really trying to gain from this?
I don't know. If it's a bunch of live streams, maybe they're trying to do some... I mean, it's hotel rooms, so I mean, I know we're on YouTube, and I'm not going to get too... graphic or down the hole, but like things that go on in hotel rooms that are being live streamed might be for some inappropriate
things,
viewers.
Well, okay,
or people that are...
we
guys know where I'm going with.
Well, here's the thing, though. I don't know if it is that salacious because...
It might be.
It might be.
And then they get a murder or something that ends up happening where, you know, they're going to have to investigate something and somebody's got to be dead.
Well, this is if I'm going to give my base theory on this.
Okay.
NCIS, they're always doing important military stuff.
Absolutely.
And apparently these are, well, at least the synopsis says that it's originally going to be found, this spy camera network, in a Virginia motel.
Yep.
If you are like a high-ranking military person, whether it be like maybe you're a captain or maybe you are somebody with the Department of Defense, why are you staying at a motel in Virginia? Like, what's going on there? Are you trading some shady secrets there? Is that like, you know, you're selling your like counterfeit weapons? You're doing...
Well, something else is going on if they're live streaming from people's rooms. So maybe he or she did not know that this was happening, and maybe they went there to do some of those other things that I wasn't mentioning earlier and got caught there in some other shady things that you mentioned.
This is a really shady episode. I think that's where we're really going here. I mean, this is by far the creepiest premise that NCIS has put out for so far this season.
It is creepy.
It is the never stay in motels ever again episode of NCIS.
Yeah, it's the stuff that, like, nightmares are made of.
Yeah.
That you're just staying at a motel and now you're being live streamed somewhere.
The thing I'm really kind of confused about is, I mean, there's nothing in the promo, there's nothing in the synopsis that hints to anything in particular that's going to be major. We're in November sweeps, guys. Like, isn't this where you, like, swing for the fences? Isn't this where you, like, give us something, like, huge? I know we're not seeing Ziva here, but is there something hidden underneath the surface that's going to get us amped up and be like, oh, that's why we're having this episode?
Well, we did just see the whole thing with Nick and his new girlfriend dog. And we had talked about this before about how Nick has been a little more in his feelings. Ziva's called him out. Casey's called him out. But we haven't seen really a lot of Bishop's side of things for a little while. Since probably before the episode of She, where she fittingly Bishop ended up getting really involved in her own head about keeping the secret for Ziva. So she may not have been in her own feelings. Doesn't mean she doesn't feel them, but there's been a little bit less. So now that Nick's girlfriend, more mature girlfriend, has shown up, maybe it's got Bishop thinking about things. So maybe going into sweeps, this is just me taking a wild shot here at the dartboard, that maybe while we don't see anything in this promo or in this synopsis, I feel that this thread with Nick's woman,
dog
is going to go into the next episode or the following episode. So that's my hope, is that's kind of going to move some of that into sweeps, and that's going to be the swing at the fences.
Ladies and gentlemen, the highlight of NCIS during Sweeps 2019 is that you may get to meet Nick's dog. Congratulations.
I wasn't going there with that, but yes.
No, it might be in a romantic angle with the Torres and Bishop, something in that
something
degree.
Like that. However, I will take the dog. I will take all the dogs.
Yes.
That is a sweep for me.
Okay. Well, let's look ahead beyond this episode, because I know Ziva, everyone wants answers on, understandably so. We knew that Cote was back on set. We talked about this last week.
Yep.
Today, according to TV Line, we learned that Cote's first episode back, following the last 2 episodes she was back, is going to be on December 17th. And that is the final episode for NCIS this year.
Yeah.
Kind of an interesting move to bring her back for like a holiday episode, because I would assume that NCIS has done so many of them that they would probably do another one, especially given everything you have talked about as a denizen of Slib Street. When it comes,
that's right. I live on Slib Street.
When it comes, Gibbs and Sloan at Christmas, that's kind of a thing.
I still feel like it's going to be a thing. I think that that's going to be circled around back to. I don't feel like Steve and Frank put out Christmas specifically for that not to be circled around at Christmas. But it was interesting to hear that Ziva was going to be coming back for the Christmas episode. I mean, it is a big episode, so I get it, but again, Sweeps is coming up. I kind of was feeling Sweeps.
I was feeling either Sweeps, or if there wasn't enough time to turn that episode around before Sweeps ended, I thought maybe it would be the second to last episode, and you would sort of separate Ziva from the Christmas episode or the holiday episode or whatever you end up doing. But we've also learned that her presumed final appearance this season, fingers crossed we get more, but
you never know.
January 7th, which would be the first episode of the new year, which means there's a chance at a 2-parter, guys.
Yeah, it's starting to really feel like another 2-parter, which I'm happy for. I like that.
Yeah.
It gives a bigger story arc. We get to see her. We know we're going to get the back-to-back with her, which is something that's fun to watch.
Yeah. And
I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's always good to have bigger stories in general. It's also really fun with this one because we don't really actually know what Ziva's going to be up to in these upcoming episodes, because it's kind of like some of those loose ends were tied up a little bit, but there's still maybe like a final boss out there.
Yeah, and so it's going to be interesting to see what's going on to tie all this up. It's starting to make me feel a little bit like, and I'm just going to put it out into the universe.
Oh, universe.
This is not the only episodes we're going to see her for. We do have Sweeps coming up in February. We do have the 400th episode. I still very much feel like we are going to have that reunion with Tony, and if she was on set this past week, and maybe she's going to be getting these 2 episodes together. Michael's still filming Bull. So I'm starting to feel like he's not going to be in these 2 episodes, but I feel like the reunion is still happening. It is still happening.
Well, okay, I feel like there's still a chance he'll appear in the first one of the new year. It's hard to figure out the mechanics of it, because it would have to be a situation where maybe Michael's got a couple of days where he's not filming Bull.
Yeah, maybe.
And, or maybe
maybe he takes a weekend and NCIS is willing to... CBS will keep filming over the weekend. The cast and crew are like, yeah, we'll take overtime.
Yeah, and I think it would have to be a circumstance where either, CBS is shelling out extra money to get everybody there on the weekend.
Which I think they would. This is still their #1 show, so why wouldn't you put the money in? You're going to get the money back.
Yeah, I think that if they have an idea to bring Michael back in the second episode, I think they would probably try to move heaven and earth in order to do it. Because it's also promotion for Bull, right? You get Michael on another show. It's like, oh yeah, remember there's that guy, Michael Weatherly, and he's on another show now. Yep. So I think they would probably try to make it work, but I do kind of like your theory here that maybe we'll get more of Ziva down the road this season.
Well, it's also just that we have that 400th episode, and that's typically a time with those big milestone episodes where you're gonna see people coming back from the past. I would love to see new team, OG team come together and have that reunion with everybody and make it one big family.
And it's especially weird to have these two episodes not be in sweeps at all. Like, any sweeps. They're not in November. They're not in February. They're not in May. They're just kind of...
just don't even care. It's just here it is.
Yeah, maybe I have overestimated the value of sweeps in 2019 somewhere within my noggin. But I don't know. But I do know this. We're going to be in for a good time. I want to guarantee it, but you never know with NCIS. But anyway...
I'll guarantee it. Everyone's going to be in for a good time because Ziva's going to be there.
I never guarantee anything. Dexter has ruined me, everyone. It is Dexter's fault that I am like this. But,
oh, dear.
All right, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole anyway. Let me know what you want to see on NCIS Season 17, Episode 7. And Ziva in the comments. And also give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us more by checking that link in the description to the CARTERMATT store. And we'll see you here next time.